offer spectrum, the things that you can do for them, is limited to one or two things. If you're just a website designer, then you can go in if they need a website or a retool. Yeah, okay, you can do it. If you do autoresponders like the stupid cash cow thing, whatever it is, you can help them there. But what if they need more? So now you're forced to outsource, which is a good thing. Um, but the problem with outsourcing too is if you're not familiar with how things work, if you don't have a good group of outsourcers, if you don't have, um, God, there's a lot of problems. You can go from, pricing. Now you have to go back. You have to get a quote. You can't just give the guy a quote quickly because now you have to go back. You have to send it out to get quoted. They have to give you an answer. Timelines, all that stuff. It can be done, and it has been done, and it's very effective. But it's not something that is as efficient as what you can do. And I understand not everybody can do everything. I can't. I can't do SEO. I hate it with a passion. Um, I outsource it. So it can be done. But I go in with a full arsenal of tools that I think can benefit a small business owner. There's nothing I don't offer, and if it's something I don't even know about, yep, I can do that. I'll go back and find out who can and work it that way. So you need to understand their needs, and by doing so, you can cater your offers to them. I never give a quote on the spot. I'll always go back after, I'll always say, hey, look, let me analyze what you got. Let me see if I can come up with the best solution for you. And then I'll go back and I build them a quote. And when I say I build them a quote, I I put together a couple different packages, and it allows them to pick and choose what they'd like. Obviously, I start off with the full gamut of you need this, 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 and this, and then I'll break it down and say, but if you only want a website for now, then you can add this, this, and this later for X amount of money. In the sum of the individual parts adds up more than the initial full package. So that's kind of a little bit of encouragement for them to go right off the bat and buy the whole thing. The one thing that I find objections from is when it does come to SEO. SEO is kind of a long-term thing. You do it initially, and then you got to keep up with it, and it's not something that a business owner wants to be bothered with. And unfortunately for you, or fortunately for you, depends on how you look at it's good for residual income, but it tends to put them off. I got to spend how much a month? For how long? All the time? And it kind of sours them on the SEO part. And 90% of the people I deal with are like, well, let's do it initially, then let's see how it works. All right, whatever. And then you got to follow back up with them and try to get more business out of them, which does work, especially if you have a maintenance plan with them, which I do. So going into a business, you need to understand what it is that they do for work and how you can help them, which is their needs. And when you're sitting down with them, it's not, you're both business owners. They, most of them, I've known a few that didn't, but most people put their pants on, one leg at a time. So there's no need to be intimidated. It's the cold calling aspect that will tend to intimidate you. You're not trying to, if you do cold call, which I do not, if you do, okay, don't try to sell them on the phone. All you want is to get in front of them, one on one, face to face. Okay, you don't want to make your pitch right over the phone. You want to give them enough to get an interview so you can go in and talk to the guy or the girl, but ultimately your goal is, hey, look, I've got something I think will be of value to you. Can I set up a time to come in and show you what I can do? And if you don't like it, I'll leave you alone. And you can do that by email, mail, phone. There's plenty of people out there that have products on this that are specialists in this and make a very good living. So I'm not going to sit here and say cold calling sucks. Cold calling sucks for me. Okay. Um, I've never had to do it. Could I do more business with it? Well, I'm sure I can. But it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make because of my lack of wanting to do it. And maybe that's just because I've been a small business owner and getting inundated all day with phone calls and emails just pisses me off, I guess. So, anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up because this kind of turned out longer than I thought. As far as, you know, dealing with a business owner, it boils down to pretty much taking and analyzing their needs and putting together a nice package that will pretty much solve a problem. And that problem is sales. And what you guys have to do is stop thinking on a single plane. That single plane being internet, internet, internet. They have, most of them, a physical location that customers come into. So we got to start thinking a little bit more universal and not so much on that single plane. What I'm talking about is customers that come in the store are still customers. Okay? A business owner needs to drive them to the website. They need to drive website visitors to their store. It works hand in hand. If you can put together a program, and I have this in the offline domination package. It's in the out of the box section. If you can find a way to take what they're doing in house and mix it with online and vice versa, now that page one of Google is not so damn important. Yeah, you got to do it, but for most of us, it's pretty simple to do. But being there doesn't mean crap if only 50 people a month are looking. Yeah, that's 50 people, but it's not the end all. Oh, hey, I got them on page one. You know, well, who cares? A business owner cares about people in their door. So a direct response type website in conjunction with stuff they do in the store, promotions and all that kind of stuff, all rolls in. So that needs to be at least considered as part of your offers. I won't tell anybody what to do, but I'm just telling you what I do. If you can do that and you can feel confident in the things that you offer, your fear of rejection will go away. And at the same time, the more you go out and the more you have interviews with business owners, you will know and hear just about every objection. And actually, I'm going to go and start a thread in the general discussion area on the LBB forum asking for everybody to write down some of the objections they've heard from business owners. And maybe that'll help because it's always good to have an answer. So anyways, I will be doing another video here in a couple days, so hopefully you like this one, and I will have the blog up, so feel free to comment on this, and we'll talk to you later.